Thank you, Gregor. Afternoon, Blake. How are you feeling, and what was your feeling on the hit from Kachuk?
Hey, we've feel good. I think things happen, in the course of a game. I at the time I didn't think much of it. So it is what it is. I think sometimes when you're bigger guy, sometimes elbows get a little bit high, but I'm not losing too much sleep over it. I think I've probably done something similar trying to protect the puck in the past. So it is what it is.
We'll go next to Jason Bell from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, Blake, can you compare how you feel today on a regular day? I mean, you were doing all the drills with everybody else with obviously a lot of speed and the corner drills. Can you compare how you feel today to how you felt sort of the day after the hit?
No, I mean, I feel good today. I'll just leave it at that. I think taking it through the stages of, day by day it doesn't do any good. But I feel really good today, and just I'm thankful to be on a team with a staff that allowed me to fully heal. So feeling good about that today.
We'll go next to Kelly Moore from CJOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Thanks, Gregor. Good afternoon, Blake. Your ability to play through all sorts of things is legendary, Blake. And we were kind of joking on the pregame show about maybe the hinges of the door taking a workout when you found out you weren't going to play against Edmonton on Saturday. But how did that conversation go? Like you just mentioned, you're thankful for a training staff that would allow you to heal properly. Was it too difficult to sell for you to sit out one more game?
I think there's sometimes you need to take a step back, and being away from it for a week allows you to take a step back and just realize what the injury was that I was dealing with. Outside of that, I'll try to be there if I'm physically able to do it. But there's just no sense rushing back from something that happens to your head. It just doesn't do anyone any good. Even though, I was cleared and had been skating and ramped up, I hadn't had a full practice with the team yet. The guys went 4-1 on the road. They were playing great. There was just it was unnecessary, to put it, quite bluntly. And I think that's where, those guys allowing me to take a step back and not, only think of myself as a player and trying to get back for the team and be on the ice whenever I can. And, that was an important conversation. Just that, honestly, getting these 4 days in addition to the extra 2 days in the long run is going to make a world of difference.
We'll go next to Murat Atesh from The Athletic. Go ahead, Murat.
Thanks, Gregor. Hi, Blake. Concussions are extremely personal, so no sweat if this is just not up your alley right now. I've gone through them myself. I'm wondering, in terms of getting back to full speed, is the philosophy still like work out till your symptoms hit a certain level, back off? Like what is the idea behind the ideal way to get back to speed?
I think the most important thing for me was to try to still be engaged in things. We have a pretty crazy household with three young kids and a couple dogs. There's no quiet time in our house. So I think in a way that's a blessing in disguise. It kind of forced me to, as much as you just want to lay in bed and sort of close the door and close the blinds, I think it's really important to still try to be engaged in different things and different activities and get outside and go for walks, and all those things are so important, I think, just to daily life today as it is. But when you have a head injury, you got to still keep things firing a little bit. So that was probably the most important thing to me was, I was still able to be around Sam and the kids and just kind of have a little bit of a daily routine that made me feel like I was still, bringing some value to my family.
We'll go next to Mitchell Clinton from Jets TV. Go ahead, Mitch.
Thanks, Gregor. Hi, Blake. Slightly different topic on this one. Obviously, you're captain of the team. Mark and Josh also wear letters. I'm just curious, from your leadership standpoint, the value of a guy like Paul Stastny in the room, who may not wear a letter, but obviously, you and him go way back. And he seems to have a really good relationship with the young guys that he can talk to, a lot of them on the ice. Just curious about his value in the room for you guys.
Well, I think, there still is something to be said for professionalism. Talent goes a long way in the game today, but I think having layers of guys that you can point to and say, this is how it looks every single day. This is how you're supposed to prepare your body and show up to the rink every day and, carry yourself. It goes a long way. So, it doesn't always have to be me, trying to point things out or try to lead by example. Having a bunch of guys with the ability to do that goes a long way, so that, the younger guys have other guys to look up to. They can look up to a bunch of guys, and after a while it becomes just what we do as a team, as a group, as an organization. And having Stas is a lot better than not having him, I'll tell you that.
Just a few more for Blake. We'll go next to Sean Reynolds from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Sean.
Thanks, Gregor. Hey, Blake. When you, as a captain, you've been, trying to set an example for this team, show them kind of how to follow. You touched on it a little bit there. I mean, what kind of pride do you take in how the team played in your absence, and how they were able to make a go of it without, a guy that every guy has been saying for years they really look to you to lead, and they follow?
It just makes it so much easier to miss time. I mean, you feel like you let guys down, especially when you're dealing with a head injury. You're kind of already down on yourself a little bit, so you feel like you're letting everyone down. And then it was just great to have that to look forward to watch them play and how well they played, and just made it a lot easier to kind of give myself time to get healthy. And so it was the first time I've gone through it, fortunately in my career, knock on wood, but it wasn't easy, but certainly, the quality of play on the ice and the success those guys had made it a lot easier.
We'll go next to Joe Smith from The Athletic. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, Blake. I was curious from a player's perspective. You look at the value of goaltenders in today's NHL, including what Connor did for you guys last year. Do you think goaltenders should maybe get more consideration for the Hart Trophy? I mean, you play against guys like David and Draisaitl all the time too. I guess, how would you compare value of what a goalie can bring over a full season versus like a forward, let's say?
Well, I don't think that's it's a topic that, we can't really weigh much in on. We have no say in that, but, given the fact that you asked the question, Connor he gave us a chance last year, to play in the bubble and, be a playoff team. Without him, we're not in that position. So I think that speaks volumes to his value to our team. Same this year. I think coming into every season, when you have a goalie like him, you start right there and you say, okay, we have a guy that can stop the puck. Then you can start feeling really good about your team.
Final question to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weaver.
Like, what are you hoping to get out of these last 11 games, and what are you hoping to see from the reunion with Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor?
Yeah, I think I'm just happy to be feeling good, feeling like myself. And from a personal standpoint, just looking to be firing on all cylinders by the end of the season, and, playing my best hockey, our team playing our best hockey. I'm looking forward to maybe, these 10 games being the first time being healthy all year and feeling 100%. And, those two guys are two guys I've played with quite a bit over time, and they're having great individual seasons, and just going to try to fit in and get those guys the puck and have a little bit of fun here.